Hello there, Scorpio, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we're going to be doing your general reading for the month of September. We'll take a look at your overall energies and then any obstacles or advice that Spirit has for you. And once again, it is a general reading, so if you're not resonating with the message, you may want to check out your moon, rising, or Venus sign. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I would really appreciate it if you would consider like, sharing, or subscribing. Okay, so Scorpio, let's get into your reading. Let's take a look at the overall energies for the month of September. Hard to believe, we're already to September. To the sea. Okay, I love the beach, so you may be going to the beach, but it is kind of a sense of going within, kind of going with the flow, allowing your intuition to guide you. Also, this card a lot of times is about getting on top of your emotions, because the ocean reflects our emotions. It's a symbol for your emotions, kind of getting on top of it, not allowing your emotions to carry you away. So let's see what else we have here. Chop wood. I think Pisces had this too. It's about doing the things that you need to do every single day to take care of yourself, physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. It's about doing those things day in and day out that keep you, on on this nice flexible energy. Okay, and then we have observer. So sometimes the observer, these two cards kind of have this energy of just sitting back and waiting and not taking any action. Just kind of like observing from afar and attending to what you need to do day in and day out, and not allow this situation that may be coming into your life to throw you for a loop. It's kind of like, okay, I'm just going to wait it out. I'm just going to watch and wait, because you're going to be happy in the end. Yeah, it's kind of like, I get the sense that there's going to be some situation, and if you were to kind of like, let your emotions get the best of you or something, or start acting on this situation, that is going to kind of like take you off of your path, and you'll be much happier if you just kind of like, because you're getting ready to step into a new world. You're definitely going to handle this situation very well. And it's all about just kind of like staying in the bathtub, doing your thing, chopping your wood, and not letting this situation, or this person kind of rock your boat. Okay? So we're going to take a look at your present energy, any resistance or obstacles on your path, and then advice from Spirit, and finally the outcome if you take the advice. And remember, Scorpio, you always have free will, so you can always make the choice that you think is best for you. Okay, present energy, Knight of Wands, moving forward, moving fast, being really inspired. Now, this could be you, or this could be somebody that you are dealing with. So we're going to lay the cards out, and then we'll come back and clarify. But this is kind of like, a very different energy than this, right? So I'm kind of interested to see like what that is. So let's take a look at what you're resisting or your obstacle. You're sad about something. There is a situation that's coming up, I think, that's going to make you sad, perhaps trigger your feelings of abandonment. You may be right now moving forward really quickly, really inspired about something, and then it's kind of like, something happens and you're suddenly feeling very sad. Like, I'm getting a sense that like somebody took a big bucket of water and threw it on your ring of fire and put it out. It's kind of like, ugh. But remember, if that happens, right? If something comes to an end, it's because there's something better on your path. It's really not meant to be. And I think that is really this kind of energy, right? Realizing, okay, yeah, I'm sad about that, but I'm going to get back up and, wait for the next great ring of fire to happen. Okay, what is your advice? Ten of Swords. Okay, so we're going to clarify this, but the message I'm kind of getting is don't get up in your head about this. Don't let this bring you down. I think you're going to be, really feeling sad about this. It's going to kind of like burst your bubble. That's the message I got. She's got all those pins popping into her head. It's kind of like it's going to bust your bubble, but don't let it really get you down. And Page of Cups. Yeah, because there's something better on the path. And sometimes when we just realize that, when we have a true disappointment, just realizing that the universe may be taking something away from us because there's something better. So it could be, the Page of Cups can also be an apology. So somebody, could come along, make you feel really sad. And, you're really hurt. You're in this energy of being really hurt. But in the long run, by not acting rashly, what happens is the situation works out for you. It works out really nicely. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. So, that can be, a tangible offer of some sort. So this could be like a job offer. This could be, a gift of some sort. And I always feel like this is something from the universe. Oh my goodness, that brings you lots of abundance. And it makes you happy. And with the Judgment card here, it could be somebody from the past or a situation from the past that's coming back around. So, for some of you, you could have been like all fired up about a new project you want to start, new business that you wanted to start. The Wands is like this really passionate energy, like moving forward quickly, you could have had something like that, and then all of a sudden you're going to get the brakes put on it, but in the end it works out. It works out really well for you. And don't forget, you have happy over here. So it does work out for you. Okay, so let's see what this Knight of Wands is. What are you so inspired about, Scorpio? Let's see. You're working on something, wanting to move forward. Really, lots of passion here. Now, you have, look at this, what you have on the bottom. Wow. Yeah, lots of conflict, feelings of abandonment or feeling alone in a situation. You're going to get on top of it. And, with this Tower, once again, things that are taken away from us, it's always because there's something better for us. So, you really are. You're working on something. You're trying to move forward in a very quick, fashion. Very confident about it. Like this could be your energy right now, or it could have been in, you're a little bit in your past energy, depending on where you are in this timeline, this storyline. But lots of passion, really working on this. Being really inspired. So the Five of Cups, this is something either you're resisting or the obstacle coming in. What do you have here? Not knowing what to do. Having to learn something new. Justice. So this is Libra energy. Doesn't mean you're dealing with a Libra, but you could be. But a sense of balance. Somebody coming in and wanting to offer, an apology, their cup of love. Wanting to come in and express their love. But I get the sense, look at this, you're going to move on. Like you're getting clarity about the situation. You're like, no, I'm moving on from this. Like, I don't have time for this. I'm not going to say that it doesn't make you sad for a minute, but it's like you're not really sure what to do. You kind of take off the blindfold and you kind of decide, yeah, I want victory in this situation, And, you're willing to learn something new about yourself, I think. I really feel like it's kind of like a soul lesson. You're learning something new about yourself because of this situation. And it is definitely going to make you sad, whatever this situation is. But it's to help bring you back into balance, with the Justice on the bottom. It could have something to do with karma, clearing out some karma. Ace of Cups kind of tried to flip there again. So there is a lot of love in this situation. Like it's going to be good for you. And the karma, the cleaning out the karma could be somebody else's karma that needs to be cleaned out, but you're kind of like on the path. It could be something like that. Okay, 10 of Swords, World, 3 of Wands, 10 of Wands, Strength. Okay, you have the strength and the courage to overcome the situation, to not let it bring you down. Like you are going to be hurt. You're going to feel like you've been stabbed in the back, but it's not going to keep you down because you're ready to step into this new world. It's kind of like, I get the sense that this situation comes in and something, this is an ending. Something is coming to an end. And it's not going to be an easy ending, Scorpio. Something's coming to an end because there's a new path for you to walk on. Because see, you have the 3 of Wands and the World. There's a new path opening up for you. And it's really something that you've really wanted. Now, it's not the same thing, okay? But it's kind of like a new path opens up that is really even more beneficial than this path that you thought you wanted, right? You were on this path, all fired up, and then the brakes, I mean, literally, the brakes come on it very quickly, I think. It comes to a very quick and, painful ending, but it's only because the universe knows that there's something better out there for you. You're ready to put down the burdens of, you have 10s here. You definitely have an ending, and you have the strength and the courage to get through this. Oh my goodness, you have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're going to step into loving yourself. I love the Queen of Cups. It's an energy, gender does not matter. It's really about loving yourself. Like realizing that when this situation ended, it really didn't meet your higher good. It's like you thought it did, but it's almost like in an instant, you realize it didn't. Like when it was taken away, it was almost kind of like, thank you. I mean, I seriously get the sense that this comes to an end and you are like in this, you're having this moment, right? Maybe even like a terrible, ugly cry, like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that that was taken away from me. And at the same time, in the back of your head, you're like, oh my goodness, thank you. Because there was some burden that went along with what you thought you wanted that really wasn't meant for you. And in your heart, you didn't have, or you didn't think that you should end it. It was like maybe possibly going so well, you were kind of like, yeah, I got to keep this going. I got to keep this going. And inside, it was actually kind of making you sad. But you were resisting that. You were kind of like, no, I don't want to look at that. I don't want to look at that. And then all of a sudden, there is, whether you end it or somebody else ends it or the universe ends it, something ends really quickly. And you actually are really grateful because it puts down this burden, this thing that you may not have even realized, this burden that you are carrying. Wow. It's a good storyline. I know when you see this, the 10 of Swords and you think of endings, but remember, endings are always the beginning of a new cycle that is only going to bring you so much more joy and happiness and love and abundance. So, sometimes we fear the endings, and I get a sense that you've been kind of fearing an ending, not wanting this ending, and yet at the same time hoping to end it. Really interesting. Okay, we have the Page of Cups, 4 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, Justice, King of Pentacles. Lots of wealth, lots of abundance. That is for sure. Yeah, something that was ho-hum in your life. Something that you thought you wanted, but really was kind of more or less ho-hum, is coming into balance. Look at this. You have the 6 of Pentacles and the Justice card. So once again, it could have to do with a Libra, but does not have to. But it's kind of like something comes quickly into balance. There's an apology. There could be an apology. or a new beginning in love, or a new beginning in loving yourself, and seeing something, seeing a situation in a totally different way. Look at how, here she is, this beautiful woman, and she's looking at this fish, right? And it's kind of like, you're going to look like this woman shouldn't love the fish. Romantically love the fish. But it's kind of like you almost like look at this fish in a new perspective. Perhaps it's a different perspective of what you thought you really wanted. And you do have the judgment card here. So it is a second chance at perhaps something that you've always really wanted. Something that you kind of really wanted, and you got sidetracked with this shiny obstacle. Because Knight of Wands is kind of like, shiny. A shiny, something that distracted you. And you were like, oh yeah, I'll just go down this path. I can't have what I really want, so I'll go down this path. And then the universe is like, no, that's not what you really want. And it puts an end to it, Really interesting. It's got a really good happy ending, though. There are no wrong turns. I love this. Yeah, I think at some point you went after this shiny object, whatever it is, It could be a romantic connection with somebody that's highly passionate. Okay, it could be, a flashy job. It was something. It's very, very enticing, and you went for it. In a way, it's almost kind of like the easy thing. You may have taken the easy route, and then all of a sudden, it's kind of like it ends, and then you think, no, wait a minute, I have to go for the thing that really makes my heart sing. And it's like the universe is saying, don't have any regrets about this, because there are no wrong turns. You learn something. Remember, we have the Page of Pentacles here. You learned something about yourself as you went on this little side path. And that's exactly how I feel about this. It's kind of like a side path. Yeah. And you are moving towards your happy. You're getting back on track. Really nice. Nature. Go out in nature as much as you can, for its pure creativity can teach you everything you need to know. Yeah, so spend some time in nature. It's coming back to this. It's kind of like, okay, take a breath and stare lovingly at the fish for a while. And then all of this is going to come back into balance. You're going to be back on the right track. You just took I have a sense that you took a little detour here. Okay, and this is your Lover's Oracle cards. So here you go. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. I love that saying, and it's so fitting for this, because I think this shiny thing, this Knight of Wands, is kind of that, you made a decision based on what you thought you should do or what others wanted you to do. And you made this decision. You got I think you got passionate. I think you got really like, oh yeah, gung-ho about doing this. You were really confident about it and everything. But somewhere along the way, you're kind of like, no, I got to end this. This is not where I want to go. And once again, I have a sense that you may actually do the ending here. Like you realize, whoa, wait a minute, I think I took a wrong turn. And you quickly are making a course correction. That's what I would say about this. You are making a course correction. And not to love yourself, okay? To love the fish, okay? You chose the fish, whatever. But it's kind of like love that the fact that you went through this, because you really and truly learned something about yourself. You're going to love yourself even more once you put the brakes on it, or once the brakes are put on and you're kind of like secretly saying to yourself, yeah, phew, I dodged a bullet. That's how I feel. Like, whatever this ending is, it's kind of like Yeah, better now than later. It's that kind of energy. All right, well, Scorpio, I do wish you much love and light in this situation. I can tell you're going to handle it just wonderfully. And once again, if you've enjoyed this reading, please consider like, sharing, or subscribing. And I do hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.